I know we're going to get demonetized after this.
So basically, in the first couple of seconds of your YouTube video, if you say you're immediately getting age restricted and demonetized, so...
There goes your monthly income.
I'm poor.
No.
Help me, please.
No, please.
Hello, and welcome back to Nightmares Served Raw, the place where we like to read creepypasta stories and get annihilated drunk. My name is Sushi Jams, and my co-host is, of course, the lovely Channel Blue. Say hello, sir.
Hello. How are we all doing tonight? Hopefully you are all having a wonderful evening. And I know I am, with some Sauvignon Blanc and some excellent company.
The bottle, by the way, says zesty and fresh, and this man has been nothing but zesty all night. I want to put it out there, we're colleagues, and any articles or allegations, to say the further, I'm not involved in.
I was never on the island.
I can't confirm or deny. I have legal obligations. He will hold me hostage, and he will not let me speak my own thoughts.
Tonight's creepypasta.
What the fuck? We're reading a creepypasta?
What the fuck? So tonight's creepypasta.
What the fuck? We can read?
So tonight's creepypasta is I would say a very familiar one to those who are a big fan of creepypastas. And
you watch SpongeBob? You like that little fishy in his little spongy skin?
You've given it a fucking way now.
Do you like Gary? Do you like Patrick? Do you like Mr. Krabs?
Do you like Sandy?
Do you like Sandy? Do you like Sandy in a sandy little Please censor that.
I'll tell you, there's one person that everyone likes who's also feeling a bit, well, on the suicidal side. His name is Squidward. And this...
Well, that's Minecraft Villager, that's not Squidward. Kill me.
So, this story is, of course, Squidward's suicide. And this has an 8.96 rating on creepypasta.com. And originally written on the 1st September 2010.
Fuck you, I was going to say that. I want time on camera. I have AIDS. So we're going to dive straight into this. The estimated read time is 7 minutes. We're either going to plough through this like it's nothing, or we're going to stretch it out to about the hour mark. So, starting off, everyone, lay back, get your drinks poured, and get ready, because we are about to read Squidward's suicide.
I just want to start off by saying, if you want an answer at the end, prepare to be disappointed. There just isn't one.
I was a Hold up.
That was... It's very... Okay, just to clarify...
Censor that.
Just to clarify.
Not what it was meant to say.
No, he misspoke.
I was an intern at Nickelodeon Studios for a year in 2005 for my degree in animation. It wasn't paid, of course, most internships aren't, but it did have some perks beyond education. To adults, it might not seem like a big one, but most kids at the time would go crazy over it.
Now, since I worked directly with the editors and animators, I got to view the new episodes days before they aired. I'll get right to it without giving too many unnecessary details.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, that stinks.
I mean, you got right to it.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus, that does take.
That does smell quite bad.
They had very recently made the SpongeBob movie, and the entire staff was somewhat sapped of creativity. So it took them longer to start up the new season. But the delay lasted longer for more upsetting reasons. There was a problem with the Series 4 premiere that set everyone and everything back for several months.
You know, some neckbeard is just sitting at home. He's 37. He lives in his mum's basement, just like me. And he's just watched the SpongeBob movie, which, by the way, I watched that in cinemas as a kid. That shit went hard. Okay, that was a good film. And he's
that
clearly...
Was a cinematic masterpiece,
it's cinematic,
by the way.
Scorsese would have loved it. His
absolute fucking cinema.
He's having a great little time, being his little incel self, and he notices that it takes them one extra month to maybe release the extra season, and decides out of his own incel fucking rage that he's going to sit down and write a creepypasta for 7 fucking minutes about a SpongeBob horror story, by the way. Anyway, I digress. Me and 2 other interns were in the editing room, along with the lead animators and sound editors for the final cut. We received the copy that was supposed to be Fear of the Krabby Patty and gathered around the screen to watch. Now, given that it isn't final, yet animators often... I don't know, that is just broken English. Now, given that it isn't final, yet animators often put up a mock title card.
Everyone should put a fucking comma where a comma is fucking needed.
That was broken. That was awful. Sort of an inside joke for us, with phony, oftentimes lewd titles, such as How Sex Doesn't Work, instead of Rockabye Bivalve.
Bivalve.
What the fuck?
Rockabye Bivalve.
When SpongeBob and Patrick adopt a sea scallop, nothing particularly funny, but work-related chuckles.
So, when we saw the title card Squidward's Suicide, we didn't think it more than a morbid joke. One of the interns did a small throat laugh at it. The happy-go-lucky music plays as is normal. The story began with Squidward practicing his clarinet.
Oh, he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob!
AIDS Bob! Hey, I like SpongeBob. My name's Square. I'm a sponge. Please fill my many holes, because I'm secretly a homosexual, apparently.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs, fill my little fucking spongy holes.
I need sustenance, Mr. Krabs.
Hey,
Give me
Mr.
sustenance.
Krabs, slip a little dollar in my little on the side of my spongy skin. Anyway.
The story began with Squidward practicing his clarinet, hitting a few sour notes like normal. We hear SpongeBob laughing outside and... Fucking hell, that scared me.
What's SpongeBob's laugh go like again?
Yeah.
That's how SpongeBob laughs, right? See, I can't do SpongeBob. I can do a mean Mickey Mouse getting bummed. I'm so sorry to all headphone users, by the way.
So we hear SpongeBob laughing outside and Squidward stops, yelling at him to keep it down as he has a concert that night and needs to practice.
SpongeBob, keep the noise down, you furry little
No, fuck you, Squidward. SpongeBob says okay and goes to see Sandy with Patrick. The bubble splash screen comes up and we see the ending of Squidward's concert. This is when things began to seem off.
While playing, a few frames repeat themselves, but the sound doesn't. At this point, the sound is synced up with animation, so yes, that's not common. But when he stops playing, the sound finishes, as if the skip never happened. There is slight murmuring in the crowd before they begin to boo him. Not normal cartoon booing that is common in the show, but you could very clearly hear malice in it. Squidward's in full frame and looks visibly afraid. The shot goes to the crowd, with SpongeBob centre of frame. And he, too, is booing. Very much unlike him.
Fuck you, Squidward!
God damn. This isn't the oddest thing, though. What is odd is everyone had hyper-realistic eyes. This, by the way, is a very common trope with creepypastas this time. I know it's a cartoon, but he had, like, the little fucking eyes. What's the guy from The Whale? Brendan Fraser. He had Brendan Fraser eyes on him. He had the Brendan Fraser eyes on him, and he was very distraught.
I want to tell you one fucking thing about my life.
He's having a breakdown about his life on stage.
So that sounded like more. It sounded less like Brendan Fraser, more like Bill from King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Peggy! I've got hyper-realistic eyes.
Yeah, hyper-realistic eyes. Anyway, very detailed. Clearly not shots of real people's eyes, but something a bit more real than CGI. The pupils were red. Some of us looked at each other, obviously confused, but since we aren't the writers, we didn't question its appeal to the children yet.
I mean, surely enough, though. Like, you would sort of question its appeal if they've got hyper-realistic eyes and bloodshot.
Squidward doesn't look sexy enough for the kids. We need to make his eyes look a bit more glistening.
The shot goes to Squidward sitting on the...
Okay, just ignore. We'll skip over that.
Yeah, just whatever. Just whatever. The shot goes to Squidward sitting on the edge of his bed, looking very forlorn. The view out of his porthole window is of a night sky, so it isn't very long after the concert. The unsettling part is at this point, there is no sound. Literally, no sound. Not even the feedback from the speakers in the room. It's as if the speakers were turned off, though their status showed them working perfectly. He just sat there, blinking, in the silence for about 30 seconds. Then he started sobbing softly. He put his hands, or tentacles...
I thought that said testicles, I can't lie.
he put his testicles over his eyes.
Squidward grabbed his fucking meaty fucking octopus cock and started jerking it.
I need to wipe my salty tears with my ball sack. I got a pube in my mouth. He put his hands or testicle.
He grabbed his cock and balls and wrenched the fuckers from his little squid cock fucking body.
He put it.
Oh fuck.
He put his hands, or tentacles, over his eyes and cried quietly for a full minute more. All the while, a sound in the background very slowly growing from nothing to barely audible. It sounded like a breeze through a forest.
His sobbing gets louder, more full of hurt and anger. The screen then twitches a bit, as if it twists on itself. For a split second, then back to normal. The wind through the trees sound gets louder and more severe, as if a storm is brewing somewhere. The eerie part is, this sound, and Squidward sobbing, sounded real. As if the sound wasn't coming from the speakers, but as if the speakers were holes, the sound was coming... I swear that's the point of a speaker. What the fuck? The speakers...
It's like saying...
The speaker made a sound, which the speaker never does.
It's like saying... I stuck some food in the oven.
The speaker was speakering.
The oven wasn't like an oven. It was like it's like a really hot, really hot cube.
It was a hot cube of mesh that made my pepperoni pizza. The eerie part is the sound, and Squidward sobbing sounded real, as if the sound wasn't coming from the speakers, but as if the speakers were holes. The sound was coming through from the other side.
It sounds like fucking glory holes.
That really took me. That was hard to read. I can't lie. As good as a sound as the studio likes to have, that is broken English. They don't purchase the equipment to be that good to produce sound of that quality, because Nickelodeon are full of tight bastards.
Below the sound of the wind and sobbing, very faint, something sounded like laughing. It came at odd intervals and never lasted more than a second. That's all they hear. That's all they heard about. Like, all they was like, and it was like, it's like a.
Fuck.
Below the sound of the wind and sobbing, very faint, something sounded like laughing. It came at odd intervals and never lasted more than a second, so he had a hard time pinning it. He watched this show twice, so pardon me if things sound too specific, but I've had time to think about them. After 30 seconds of this, the screen blurred and twitched violently, and something flashed over the screen, as if a single frame was replaced. Brian Badondi.
The lead animation editor paused and rewound frame by frame. What he saw was horrible. It was a still photo of a dead child. Okay. Oh, this is fucked. Anyway, the face was mangled and bloodied. One eye dangling over his upturned face popped. He was... Okay, now it's getting a little... Because the next line is... He was laying on some pavement that was probably a road.
The most upsetting part was that there was a shadow of a photographer. There was no crime tape, no evidence tags or markers, and the angle was completely off for a shot designed to be evidence. It would seem the photographer was the person responsible for the child's death. We were, of course, mortified, but pressed on, hoping that there was just a sick joke.
Yeah, just one of the directors just for a bit of a meme.
Hey,
Kind of funny.
Hey, dude, Dan,
Hey, little Jimmy just got fucked up in my garden.
Dan Snyder just walks in. He's like, hey guys, did you get Squidward?
Hey girls, get your toes out. I'm gonna suck and fuck all of them.
Hey Jimmy, did you get Squidward's suicide? Yeah, Dad ran over a kid
Dan,
earlier.
what happened to that fucking child you mould in the photo?
You'll see it.
Don't worry about it. Let's go look at iCarly's fucking feet again.
You're seeing Squidward's suicide. Come on, let's go look at some feet.
Let's keep this amazing shit going. The screen flipped back to Squidward, still sobbing, louder than before, and half his body in frame. There was now what appeared to be blood running down his face from his eyes. Their blood was also done in a hyper-realistic style. Great description.
Sorry, I know it's like obviously in relation to like a child's death, but like it's a very again another very common thing. Hyper-realism.
It's just hyper-realism.
It's hyper-realism.
It's not cartoon. It was real.
I can assure you now it was hyper-realistic.
Hyper-realism is a big word. It's the biggest one I can spell. Their blood was also done in a hyper-realistic style. Looking as if you touched it, you'd get blood on your fingers. The wind sounded now as if it were that of a gale blowing through the forest. There were even snapping sounds of branches. The laughing, deep baritone lasting. This is written so poorly. I'm not even memeing. It's just written horrendously.
So, just to clarify, again, we're just reading this, right? We've fucked it up on a few little words here and there. But, like, some of these, obviously, understandably, are from, like, 2010, 2008, and all that kind of stuff. So, obviously, the writing isn't going to be great. However,
they're also 3 years old when writing this. Apparently,
I think there's like this a lot of it is broken, near enough broken English here. So it's a bit disorientating.
It's hard to read, and then when you've had several drinks during the night and you're a little bit inebriated, almost to the point you make silly mistakes you'll never remember. Yeah, exactly. It's a little hard to read. Anyway, the laughing, a deep baritone. Lasting, this just does not make sense. The laughing, a deep baritone, lasting at longer intervals and coming more frequently. Oh shit, they be coming. Oh damn, Squidward. Squidward coming. After about 20 seconds, the screen again twisted and shadowed a single frame photo.
This time the photo was that of what appeared to be a little girl. No older than the first child. She was laying on her stomach, her barrett's in a pool of blood next to her. Her left eye was too popped out and popped.
It popped out and it popped. It double popped on you.
It double
popped on them haters.
It double popped on them. Her left eye was too popped out and popped. And the photographer's shadow was visible. Very similar in size and shape to the first. I had to choke back vomit, and one intern, the only female in the room, ran out. The show resumed.
God damn. SpongeBob got a little edgy, Things they're trying to appeal to a wider audience here.
Who lives with a mass murderer under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Anyway. About 5 seconds after the second photo played, Squidward went silent, as did all the sound. Like it was when the scene started. He put his tentacles up his tentacle ass. And I mean, let me try that again. He put his tentacles down, and his eyes were now on his tentacle cock. Sorry. Let me do that again.
and he jacked it like he wouldn't believe.
And he fapped away with his little tentacle paws. Fuck. He put his tentacles down, and his eyes were now done in hyper-realism, like the others were in the beginning of the episode. Just like Brendan Fraser. They were bleeding, bloodshot, and pulsating. He just stared at the screen, as if watching the viewer. After about 10 seconds, he started sobbing. The sound was piercing and loud, and most fear-inducing of all is his sobbing was mixed with screams. Fuck, I need a drink after reading this.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to burst. Tears and blood were dripping down his face at a heavy rate. The wind sound came back, and so did the deep-voiced laughing. And this time, the still photo lasted for a good 5 frames. The animator was able to stop it on the 4th and backed up. This time, the photo was of a boy, about the same age. But this time the scene was different, blood trickling down it. The animator proceeded. It was hard to believe, but the next one was different, but we couldn't tell what. He went on to the next, same thing. He went back to the first and played them quicker, and I lost it. I vomited on the floor, the animating and sound editors gasping at the screen. The 5 frames were not as if they were 5 different photos. Sorry, the 5 frames were not as if they were 5 different. Yeah,
it does not make sense.
I literally had a stroke just fucking reading that. They were played out as if they were frames from a video.
The lead sound editor told us to stop. He had to call in the creator to see this. Mr. Hillenberg arrived within about 15 minutes. He was too busy jacking it with one of the waitresses in the bathroom. He was confused as to why he was called down there. So the editor just continued the episode. Once the few frames were shown, all screaming, all sound again stopped. Squidward was just staring at the viewer. Full frame of the face, about 3 seconds long. The shot quickly panned out and that deep voice said, "Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it." Trying to get this voice line down on bar.
It's like Palpatine's just in the editing room. It's like,
do it. The shot quickly panned out, and the deep voice said, "Do it." Enter the Palpatine meme. And we see in Squidward's hands a shotgun. He immediately puts the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger. No hesitation, no build-up, no emotion. He blows his fucking brains out. Okay. And guess what? Realistic blood and brain matter splatters the wall behind him and his bed. Don't forget about the bed. And he flies back with the Force. He has the Force from Palpatine saying, "Do it." Do it.
Mr. Squidward!
Do it. Do it. The last 5 seconds of this episode show his body on the bed, on his side, one eye dangling, and what's left of his head above the floor, staring blankly at it. Then the episode ends.
Mr. Hillenberg is obviously angry at this. He demanded to know what the heck was going on. I mean, okay, so after all this like blood and gore and detail,
what the heck? He keeps this little PC fucking attitude.
Come on now, what the heck is this
what
guy?
What the heck, guys? This isn't Pog. The Fortnite kids aren't going to love this.
What the Jiminy Crickets is this?
What in the Jiminy Cricket? This ain't going to get no ratings, boys.
He demanded to know what the heck was going on. Most people left the room at this point, so it was just a handful of us to watch it again.
A handful of us sick fucks watching.
A handful of us with a handful of cock.
Oh, we're all grabbing our little tentacle cocks and we're all fucking jerking it.
Fucking hell. Viewing the episode twice only served to imprint the entirety of it in my mind and caused me horrible nightmares. I'm sorry I stayed.
Love the idea, by the way. He's just sat there. I just need to watch it one more time to make sure I know what I saw. I'm starting to question our protagonist. I feel like he might be the culprit for taking these photos. Just saying. Anyway. The only theory we could think of was the files edited by someone in the chain from the drawing studio in here, because they're all such depraved fucking weirdos. The CTO was called in to analyse when it happened. The analysis of the file did show it was edited over by new material. However, the timestamp of it was a mere 24 seconds before we began viewing it. All equipment involved was examined for foreign software and hardware, as well as glitches. And of course, it was the Chinese.
Jesus Christ.
As if the timestamp may have been glitched and showed the wrong time. But everything checked out fine. We don't know what happened, and to this day, nobody does.
There was an investigation due to the nature of the photos, but nothing came of it. No child scene was identified, and no clues were gathered from the data involved, nor physical clues in the photo. I never believed in unexplainable phenomena before. But now that I have something happen and can't prove anything about it beyond anecdotal evidence.
So, guys, if you enjoy creepypastas and you think this is terrifying, go seek psychiatric help, you sick fucks. And anyway, thank you for listening. This has been Nightmare Served Raw. My name has been Sushi Jams, and my co-host has been
Channel Blue, of course. Thank you again for listening and watching on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep regularly updated on latest uploads. And until then, we will see you next time.
Don't subscribe, but not worth it. This is awful. Never watch this again. You might regret it. This is an awful show. Never listen to us. We don't deserve it. We're horrible pieces of shit. We should basically be shot down and put in the street like the dogs that we are.
We love you,
And
we love you to
be
bits.
shut down. Just kill us now.
Bye.
Don't let